History has a way of forgetting the people who actually built the future. We remember the famous names, but not always the ones who made them possible. This is the story of Nikola Tesla, a man who saw the future before the world was ready. The man history forgot. It all began on July 10, 1856, in a quiet village called Smiljan. But the night he was born was anything but quiet. A violent storm raged across the sky, lightning tearing through the darkness again and again. The midwife, shaken by the chaos, whispered that this child would belong to darkness. But his mother saw something different. She looked at her newborn son and calmly said, "No, he will be a child of light." And in a strange, almost poetic way, that's exactly what he became. Born in a storm. Tesla grew up in a deeply traditional household. His father, a priest, believed in discipline, structure, and faith. He wanted Tesla to follow the same path, to live a stable, respectable life. But Tesla's mind was already moving in a completely different direction. The real influence in his life was his mother, Duca. She had no formal education, no scientific training. Yet she possessed an incredible natural intelligence. She would invent tools and devices for daily use, solving problems in ways that felt almost instinctive. Tesla watched her closely. He didn't just see what she made. He understood how she thought. Years later, Tesla would say that every invention, every idea, every spark of creativity in his mind came from her. The mind that saw the future. As a child, Tesla began showing abilities that seemed almost impossible. He could memorize entire books after reading them once. He could recall images with perfect clarity. But more importantly, he could create things inside his mind with extraordinary detail. He didn't draw plans. He didn't build rough models. He imagined machines fully formed, gears turning, systems working, energy flowing, and then tested them mentally. He would run these imaginary machines for days, sometimes weeks, fixing problems before they even existed in the real world. This wasn't just intelligence. This was something else entirely. It was as if Tesla wasn't inventing things. He was remembering them from the future. Tragedy that changed him. But brilliance often comes with pain. Tesla's older brother Dane died in an accident when Tesla was still young. The loss shook the entire family, but it affected Tesla in a deeper, quieter way. He became more withdrawn, more introspective. Some believe he felt overshadowed by his brother's memory, as if he had something to prove, not to the world, but to himself. He spent more time alone, more time thinking, more time building the world inside his mind. And slowly, that inner world became stronger than the one outside. Obsession with electricity. When Tesla enrolled at the Graz University of Technology, he finally found something that matched the intensity of his mind. Electricity. To others, it was just a subject, a field of study. To Tesla, it was everything. He became obsessed. He studied endlessly, pushing himself beyond limits, diving deeper into concepts that most people barely understood. And it was during this time that he began to question the dominant system of electricity, direct current, or DC. Everyone accepted DC as the standard. It worked. It powered systems. It was reliable. But Tesla saw the flaw. DC couldn't travel long distances without losing power. It required stations everywhere, making it expensive and inefficient. And Tesla couldn't ignore that. In his mind, he had already found the solution: alternating current, or AC. A system that could travel farther, deliver more power, and change everything. But ideas alone weren't enough, and life wasn't kind. Financial struggles forced him to leave university. His path was interrupted, his future uncertain. But the idea never left him. Journey to America. After years of working across Europe, gaining hands-on experience and refining his understanding, Tesla made a decision that would change everything. In 1884, he boarded a ship to the United States. He arrived with almost nothing, no money, no status, just 4 cents in his pocket and a mind filled with ideas that could power the entire world. He stepped into a new country, a new life, and almost immediately found himself working for one of the most powerful figures of the time, Thomas Edison. War of Currents. At first, it seemed like the perfect opportunity. Edison was already a legend, a man who had built an empire around electricity. Working with him meant access to resources, influence, and recognition. But the difference between them became clear very quickly. Edison believed in direct current. Tesla believed in alternating current. And neither of them was willing to back down. Edison approached problems through trial and error. He would test thousands of ideas until something worked. Tesla, on the other hand, solved problems in his mind before ever touching a tool. They weren't just different, they were opposites. And when Tesla proposed improving Edison's systems using AC, the response wasn't curiosity, it was rejection. What started as disagreement slowly turned into rivalry, and that rivalry turned into war, fear, and propaganda. The war of currents wasn't fought quietly. Edison knew that if AC succeeded, his entire system and his business would collapse. So instead of adapting, he chose to fight back, not with better technology, but with fear. He launched a campaign to convince the public that AC was dangerous. He organized demonstrations designed to shock people, literally and emotionally. Animals were electrocuted in front of crowds to show how deadly AC could be. The message was clear. AC is dangerous. AC will kill you. AC cannot be trusted. And for a while, people believed it. But Tesla didn't respond with fear. He responded with truth, lighting the world. Everything changed when Tesla partnered with George Westinghouse. Westinghouse saw what others couldn't. He understood Tesla's vision and gave him the support he needed to bring it to life. Then came the moment that would define everything. The Chicago World's Fair, 1893. An event meant to showcase the future, and Tesla brought that future with him. Thousands of lights illuminated the night, powered entirely by AC. For the first time, people saw what was possible. They didn't see danger. They saw beauty. They saw progress. They saw the future. And then came Niagara Falls. One of the most powerful natural forces on Earth turned into electricity using Tesla's system. It proved beyond any doubt that AC wasn't just an idea. It was the answer, beyond his time. But Tesla's mind didn't stop at electricity. He kept pushing forward, exploring ideas that seemed impossible at the time. He developed the Tesla coil, a device that would later become fundamental to wireless communication. He experimented with radio waves long before radio became mainstream. He demonstrated remote control in 1898, showing the world something they couldn't even fully understand. People thought it was magic, but it wasn't. It was the future. Tesla imagined a world where information could travel instantly across the globe, a world where people could communicate without wires, a world connected by invisible signals. Today, We call that Wi-Fi. Back then, it sounded like science fiction. The dream of free energy. And then came his boldest vision, the Wardenclyffe Tower, a project so ambitious, so revolutionary, that even today it feels unreal. Tesla wanted to build a system that could transmit electricity wirelessly across the entire planet, not just to a few people, not just to cities, to everyone, for free. At first, J.P. Morgan agreed to fund the project. He saw potential, but not in the way Tesla did, because Tesla's goal wasn't profit, it was access. And when Morgan realized that free energy meant no business model, no control, no profit, he made a decision. He stopped funding. Just like that, everything collapsed. The tower was never completed. The dream disappeared. And the world lost something it didn't even realize it had. The lonely end. After that, things changed. Tesla's ideas were still ahead of their time, but now he no longer had the support to bring them to life. He became isolated, forgotten. He lived in hotels across New York City, moving from one place to another as money ran out. His life became smaller, quieter, more distant from the world he once tried to change. But even then, he didn't stop thinking. He spent his days walking through parks, feeding pigeons. He formed a strange but deep connection with them, saying they understood him in a way people never did. To others, it looked like loneliness. To Tesla, maybe it was peace. In 1943, Nikola Tesla died alone in a hotel room. No recognition, no wealth, no crowd, just silence. The legacy, but time has a way of revealing the truth. Years passed, technology advanced, and slowly the world began to realize something. So much of what we rely on today came from Tesla: electric power systems, wireless communication, radio technology, concepts that shaped the modern world, all traced back to one man, the man the world once ignored. Today, his name is no longer forgotten. It's remembered, respected, almost legendary. Final message. Tesla wasn't just a scientist. He was a visionary, a man who saw possibilities where others saw limits. He didn't chase money. He didn't chase fame. He chased ideas. And in doing so, he changed the world. Maybe not in the way he imagined, maybe not in his lifetime, but in the end, he did. Because every time you turn on a light, every time you use your phone, every time you connect to the invisible web around you, you're stepping into a future that Tesla saw long before anyone else. And maybe that's the real story here. Not just about a man who was forgotten, but about a man who was simply too early for his time.